Hey everybody, Drew here, and you are in my shop with this 2006 Corolla. This is going to apply to the 2003 through 2008 Corolla, but there are some differences. The early years are going to have a throttle body that is cable driven, and your fuel injectors are going to go in from underneath your fuel rail, not from the top, but the gist of this job is the same all the way through. I just wanted to give you some pointers on doing the intake manifold gasket because that little booger gets brittle on these cars, and when you get a vacuum leak where the head, the cylinder head, and your supply of air meet, you're going to have some pretty crappy symptoms: a rough idle, misfires, air-fuel ratio, codes, all kinds of things can happen. So I just wanted to give you guys some tips. First of all, there's two acorn nuts, one here and one here. They use a 10mm head to get that cover off. I'm doing some unrelated stuff up here. But there's also a 10 here and a 10 here. I didn't take that one off. That just lets this wiring harness move a little bit. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, obviously fuel injector harnesses I took off. And then this harness here. There's a couple of air hoses, which will be obvious. I have the tube that connects the air cleaner box and the throttle body. I have that kind of wedged up out of my way. And I have this piece of Romex, this piece of copper cable around this tube through this hole on the throttle body. By the way, there is two 6mm with a 10mm head, obviously, bolts and two nuts that hold that throttle body on. Don't disconnect any of the little tubes that go to the throttle body, like that guy in there, because that's just a mess you don't need. That's held out of the way. And then there is 1, 2. That one's going to be bolt, 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 nut, nut. And then there's one down here that are 12mm heads that you're going to take off. There's one, let's see if I can show you. I really hope I can. Right here. You want this one that goes in that hole right here, that guy. It's going to look like a double. There's like the one here that you take out, and then there's a lower one that's as you're facing down into the engine bay, that's a little bit toward your right, or the left side of the car, if you will, from the driver's position. Toward the steering wheel, if you're in the United States and have a left-hand drive car, right? Toward the transmission, toward the battery, whatever you want to say. That way, outboard, away from the motor, toward the transmission. That guy, don't take that one out because there's like a little collar from behind it, and all it's doing is it's a support that holds, basically the intake manifold so it can't crack, and just leave that one alone. And you can absolutely slide this guy out and put it in the position I have it, being careful not to disconnect this hose down here, and then you can clean up your mating surface right here and take out your old intake manifold gasket and put your new one in. I'm using Felpro part number Mother Samuel 93942, super cheap, and I have a suspicion, it says it's made in Japan, and this is a Japanese car. There's a good chance that's just a reboxed original Toyota, but the car community, the Toyota community, the vast majority of us agree that Felpro is a very good brand, up to and including using for like head gaskets on 3rd generation Prius and things like that. Most of the time I go genuine Toyota, but this Felpro gasket has year over year proved to be good, and go figure, again, it might be just a reboxed Toyota. But that's the gist of this job. You can look in the description later for torque specs for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think it is, 5 of the critical bolts there. I will put that in for you in the description, but I just wanted to show you guys, the things that hold these harnesses. They're part of the bolts. It's a really easy job. Just I wanted you guys to see it apart and give you some tips as I do it to help you. And of course, this is the part where I say it every time. If this has helped you in any way or entertained you, we'd really appreciate that thumbs up. Also, so would other people, because it helps the internet direct them to this video, so it helps them as well. And if you like the style of this video, there's tons on this channel. Just go ahead and subscribe, and more videos like this will start showing up in your feed. And remember, guys, if I could fix it, you could fix it. Hang in there. God bless you. See you on the next video. Later.